guys, we're on our 7th healthy habit, the healthy whole grains habit. Last time, you may remember, we learned concerns associated with GMO crops. These are the foods grown from seeds that have been genetically manipulated to withstand poison sprays. Yuck. I've got my tea with me this week. It's matcha tea. It's a little cooler outside, so maybe you want to stop and grab something warm, and let's get started. This week, we're talking about grains that lie, deceive, and guys, they taste good doing it. And here's one of my biggest strategies for a healthier body, just to stop eating the bad stuff. Our healthy whole grain habit is misrepresented in this category by a lot of bad stuff. Highly processed foods like most breads, cereals, pasta, cookies, pastries, and so on. I really believe these should come with a health warning. Many, if not most, of the ingredients are created or altered in laboratories and factories. They line our grocery store shelves with packages that catch our eye and flavors that can hijack our hungry taste buds. But they fail to deliver the superstar health benefits of the unprocessed, 100% whole grains that God made. Dr. Colbert warns us that food processing can strip away valuable vitamins, minerals, fiber, enzymes, phytonutrients, and antioxidants. These are the things our body needs and craves. He goes on to say, I'm convinced that the following 14 health conditions are brought on primarily through the intake of large amounts of processed foods. Here they go. Acid reflux disease, arthritis, addictions, attention deficit disorder, cancer, chronic fatigue syndrome, diabetes, this is a hard one for me, diverticulitis and diverticulosis, fibromyalgia, gallbladder disease, heart disease, high cholesterol, hypertension, which is high blood pressure, and obesity. And can you guess the most commonly consumed processed foods in America? I bet you can. White bread, buns, pastries, crackers, pasta, and so on. These are almost always made with very highly processed wheat flour. But guys, once upon a time, that wheat flour was a delicious and very nutritious whole grain. Let's follow that little guy from plant to package with today's modern method. After wheat is harvested, the manufacturer removes the outer shell of the grain with all its healthy fiber and B vitamins. Then the nutrition-packed wheat germ is extracted. Now that the bran and germ are removed, approximately 80% of the wheat's nutrients are gone. Next is the milling process. It involves such high temperatures that the remaining grain is damaged by oxidation and it kind of has a grayish appearance. Because consumers don't want to buy gray bread, yuck, the manufacturer bleaches it white. And if there were any vitamins and minerals left, most are then destroyed in the bleaching process. Then, last, low-grade vitamins and minerals are added along with man-made cyber fats, sugars, food additives, and maybe a sprinkling of grains on top to make it look like it's healthy. And about those vitamins, I remember my mom telling me that the vitamins they put back in the bread are ones our body doesn't recognize, and they are not the same as the healthy versions that God made that were taken out. Finally, the food is marketed to us moms as healthy sandwich bread, along with buns and pastries and crackers, pasta, and so on. If that's not bad enough, Dr. Colbert blows the whistle on processed food marketers. He says, these guys hire the smartest chemists to create foods that look, taste, smell, and sound irresistible. Then they hire the brightest marketers to package and promote their products in a way that appeals to you and to your children, and to me and mine. Be careful when reading labels. They can be tricky. The term wheat bread, you would think that would be healthy, right? But it can include bleached white flour or any combination of whole and processed wheat flour. So look for 100% whole grain and then check the fiber content to identify the healthy versions. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. And with all the processing and the deception, it's no surprise that bread and wheat products have gotten a bad reputation. Those that aren't made with 100% whole grain, guys, they have earned that bad reputation. Dr. Colbert teaches eating the wrong foods will bring poor health and can even shorten your life. So maybe we should ask ourselves, is food worth dying for? And I know the answer is no. So how are we going to avoid these tasty but very deceptive foods? As I mentioned, look for 100% whole grains when buying grain products, and the less processed, the better. Here's an example. Groat oats are the oat grain right when it's harvested, and those are less processed than steel cut oats, which are the groat oats that have been cut into pieces with steel blades. Then the steel cut oats are less processed than rolled oats, and rolled oats are less processed than instant oats. So the same is true for wheat, but few of us would recognize the whole wheat grain if we saw it, because we usually consume our wheat in processed products. And even 100% whole grain products can include other ingredients that decrease the product's health benefits, as we mentioned before. So how are we going to know which products to trust? Well, Dr. Greger offers a simple formula, and this has really helped me. I think it will help you too. He calls this the 5-to-1 rule. In his own words, he shares this. He says, look at the nutrition facts label on the package and see if the ratio of grams of carbohydrates to grams of dietary fiber is 5 or less. For example, he says, let's see if 100% whole wheat Wonder Bread passes the test. So per serving, the package on Wonder Bread lists 30 grams of carbohydrates and 3 grams of fiber. So 30 divided by 3 is 10. Well, 10 is more than 5, so the 100% whole wheat Wonder Bread goes back on the shelf, even though technically it's a whole grain product. Now compare that to Ezekiel bread. It's a sprouted grain bread based on a biblical verse. It has 15 grams of carbohydrates total and 3 grams of fiber. So just like that, 3 into 15 is 5, and it passes the test. Yay! Dr. Greger encourages us to use that same 5-to-1 rule on breakfast cereals and other grain products, since marketing is deceptive. Okay, time for us to get our calculators out and go check our bread and cereal and see if they pass the test. Ezekiel bread, Uncle Sam's cereal, and most varieties of Dave's Killer bread brands are a few of the whole grain foods that pass the test. These are ones that we purchase and enjoy. I'll keep my eyes out for more, and you can too. Our whole grains challenge is to get 3 servings daily. So that's what we're working on in this series, to work up to eating 3 servings of 100% whole grains every day. And here are serving sizes. So that would be a half a cup of hot cereal like oats or cooked grain, pasta or corn kernels. So a half a cup of those. 1 cup of cold cereal, 1 tortilla or slice of whole grain bread, 1/2 whole grain bagel or muffin, or 3 cups of popped popcorn. So that's it for the day. Join me next week. I'll share benefits from some all-star grains, humble whole grains that our culture has really dismissed, and they've been exited from our table, but guys, we are going to invite them back. So I'll see you next time. God bless you big. Bye-bye.